Very unfortunate spill, nearly killed both of us.
Son of a gun.
What's going on, guys? I hope you're amazing. So today, me and my family visited Australia Zoo, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity not only to share some bits and pieces from our day, but also some real big takeaways that I've taken from a business point of view. So here's what went on today. What was your favourite thing that you've seen today?
The koalas.
Do you like the koalas? It's home time, and he have a sleep. So the first thing that I just want to say before I get into any of the business stuff, Australia Zoo is incredible. Today I loved it just as much as I did when I first went. The kids had an amazing time. Got to feed some kangaroos and all that other stuff. Now I want to actually talk about a side that a lot of people don't talk about with Steve Irwin, and that is the business vehicle and the legacy that he's left that's currently running, regardless of whether he or his family are there.
Wildlife with me, because humans want to say things that they love. My job, my mission, the reason I've been put onto this planet is to save wildlife.
You actually feel like you're in a crocodile hunter show. Everyone there has bought into the culture. The people, you know, from the time that you walk in, they're lovely, friendly, passionate about what they do. During the croc show and whatnot, they have the same passion, the same culture, everything else that Steve and then his family and the legacy that they're building. Cannot count how many times I've seen, you know, Steve, Bindi, Terry, Robert, all of them in their marketing, everywhere throughout the zoo. You know, they were just present, and the fact of the matter is that not one of them had to be there to make sure the zoo was running. They'd built a culture, they put the right people in place, the place was amazing, it was just an incredible feel, and again, they didn't have to be there to make sure it works. Steve had such an amazing passion for wildlife, conservation, and he was just a stand-up Aussie bloke that people just loved. This energy, the same Steve that you seen on the Crocodile Hunter, the same Steve Irwin that you seen with a snake biting his neck on TV shows and whatnot, the same Steve that you seen wrangling crocs, it's the same Steve Irwin that drew you in based on his passion and whatnot. Now, I have a pretty solid theory about this, and that is that people are drawn to things that sometimes they don't either have or they can relate to. So if you aspire to be passionate about something, you're going to be drawn to someone who's really passionate about what they do. If you are someone who is extremely passionate about something, you will see someone else and relate to it. And see, there are surely people who are just like, he's a right? And potentially say really nasty things about Steve Irwin. The thing that I love about him is just that he's so real, he's raw, he's vulnerable, and he's passionate. He does not give a flying He just did his Steve Irwin thing, but it first starts with the passion, the energy, the message of conservation, message of looking after our wildlife and what we have here on planet Earth. So after today, it's given me even more meaning, even more reason to follow my passion, follow what I do. If an everyday bloke who's originally from Essendon in Victoria can help his mum and dad's reptile park transform that into what's known as Australia Zoo today, get really raw and vulnerable with what he is passionate about, show that through different media forms, which then allows him to build awareness into Australia Zoo, the conservation legacy and everything else that's happening, which is then ultimately funding the original message, the original passion. Why can't I do the same with what I'm passionate about, what I love and what I know I can help people with? So let Steve Irwin's legacy stand as a reminder to us to be vulnerable, passionate and be real with our message, with what it is that we're called to do and what we're here to help people with. Enjoy the rest of your day. Go get it.
Well done. You can't hold it.